seconds left in the half. Bialis rolling left. He's got Reisher down the field about 30 yards. Bialis forced from the pocket, and this time he will throw it incomplete with 9 seconds remaining. The pocket was collapsing. Critelli was there, McDermott was there, and Parascan. And so on 3rd and 10, with 9 seconds left in the half, Mendham trails by 13. This may indeed be their last opportunity of half number 1. At the half, again, James Wilkes will be joined by Jim Benedict, who coached this Summit team to the sectional title last year and is currently the head coach of the Westfield Blue Devils. And now Mendham will use their final timeout of the half. And so with 9 seconds to go, Mendham will think about this one, use whatever play they have that might cover 46 yards. That's where the ball sits right now, 46 yards away from the Summit goal line. It is 13-0 in favor of the Hilltoppers here in the Section 2 Group 2 championship game.
It's going to be a one-play half right now for Mendham, and what they've got to do is get the ball in the end zone.
Once again on TV3, you will get 2 more opportunities to see the Section 2 Group 4 championship football game as Montclair knocked off Randolph for the state championship. You can watch that one Monday the 12th at 11:30 in the morning, or Friday the 16th at 2:30 in the afternoon. We've had quite a few requests for a repeat of this game, so you'll get another couple opportunities to watch Montclair beat Randolph for the Section 2 Group 4 championship.
9 seconds left in the first half. Mendham has the ball, 3rd and 10 from the Summit 46.
3rd and 10 from the 46. Reisher to the left. Gadina streaking to the sideline. Off his fingertips. Incomplete with 1 second to go.
This is where it's tough for a wing T football team to catch up, Paul. When they get behind, it's not an offense that gears itself well to the drop back passing game. It's tough to put points on in a hurry.
And not even a shotgun, at least to show us right here. 4th and 10 to keep that in mind. Final play of the half, barring a defensive penalty. Airing it out for Parrish. Slapped away, it falls incomplete. And that will finally do it for the first half of play. Summit put 7 points up on the board in the first quarter, added 6 more just a few moments ago, and the Hilltoppers will take a 13-0 lead into the halftime locker room. You're watching the Section 2 Group 2 state championship football game, the Hilltoppers and the Minutemen. We'll be back with our halftime right after this.
The world is before them. They have goals.
For the Hilltoppers, 14 carries, 68 yards. He had a 2-yard touchdown. Summit will kick it away to start the second half of play. There is another state championship game we'd like to tell you about on TV3. Thanks to an agreement with another local cable company, you will get a chance to see the parochial Group 4 championship football game between Bergen Catholic and St. Peter's Prep. You can watch this one Tuesday the 13th at 2:30 and Thursday the 15th also at 2:30 in the afternoon. Ray McCran has instructed Jamie Allen to follow our advice, Dick. He's going to kick it away from the hash mark to get a little better run up on some better turf.
Well, you saw the last kickoff after they chose to take the penalty, he really put his foot in it.
Yeah, that was his best kick. Here we go. Start of the second half. Summit leads 13-0. Bialis trying to chase the ball down, hops over his shoulder. He has to field it at the 1. And once again, Mendham will have terrible starting field position as they will start at their own 13-yard line, and that has been a huge story in this football game. the fact that Mendham has not started in good position all day. Matter of fact, this is where they have been starting. You can see on their own 32, their own 7, 4, and 27. Average start on their own 17. 11 plays on their first drive, but then 3 and out, and then 6, and they gave it up on downs. They trail by 13. Let's see what adjustments Bill Carpluck has made in the halftime locker room. Dueling, knocked off his feet by Tyrone Ellis. Tyrone Ellis has played a very good game this afternoon for the Hilltoppers.
Well, that's the one play that they were very successful with, running to their left in the first half with the belly play.
By the way, we need to adjust our halftime stats. At the half, we all inspected that first pass that we thought was a pass, and we have now ruled it a lateral from Schroeder to Allen, so 2 rushing touchdowns. So add 47 yards to your rushing for Summit, gives them 125. Subtract the 47 from passing.
That was a committee decision.
Nowacek knocks Godina off his feet, but it should be a Mendham first down. Yes, a committee vote. It was nothing against the passing game, but we do rule that play a lateral from Schroeder to Allen.
Our brothers next door here from the electronic media thought it was a wise decision as well.
The pass traveled downhill, but to the right. It broke to the right, so it became a lateral. First down for the Minutemen. They are just shy of the 25-yard line. Dueling lone man in the backfield. Godina and Battaglino are split off to the sides. Bialis tries to sneak it across the middle, and he will do so for about 2 yards. Rain coming down much heavier right now in Mendham. We expected rain today. That was the forecast. However, it is coming down much heavier and sooner than we had expected.
A wide variety of formations now being shown by the Mendham Minutemen. The first half, remember, they're all 2 tight ends with 1 wing back. Now they went last one, they went double wing. They had a flanker on the previous play. They had a split end on one before that.
Second and 8. Bialis tosses it out to the left side. Godina fights his way forward for a gain of 2 on the reception.
Now, if Godina's your big guy, you don't put him out there at flanker position and not get the ball to him. There's got to be some reason for it. Watch this. Bialis just takes it and throws it out to Godina out there in the flanker position. They tried it from inside out screen pass to Godina, and it just picked up a few yards.
Now, because of our angle, we couldn't tell if that was a pass or a lateral. That we're going to count as a pass, but the other one happened right at the 50-yard line. We had a good view of it. There goes Godina, split out to the left side. That is his 20th reception of the year. He averages about 14 yards a catch. Bialis looking to throw, now keeps it, ducks across the middle, finally knocked off his feet by Lovell, but it should be another Mendham first down.
Well, that's another one that repeated most successfully from halftime.
Now, every time he's rolled out today, he's run.
Right.
He hasn't yet thrown from the run.
One reason is there's no receiver left except the one end on this side, and he is the tight end, and he's been used to block down to get the doorway open. Boy, Lovell put a hit on him.
Good hit there by Lovell, but still does not match the block of the year in the South River game.
No.
Bialis this year, 6 carries, 27 yards. We'll try to get that one on Sports in Focus as the hit of the year in high school football. Ball marched out to the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Pitch back to Godina. Godina running to the near sideline, forced out of bounds, but he'll pick up 4 yards on the play. Mendham has had the ball almost 4 minutes here in the second half of play. They trail 13-0.
The big change now is to bring the ball to the outside and make Summit defend the whole field. Nice job of blocking, and Godina gets to the outside.
Gain of 5 on the play. Let's call it 2nd and 5 for the Minutemen. They trail by 13 here in the Section 2 Group 2 final. They trailed last year by 20 and then took a 21-20 lead with 3 minutes and change left in the ballgame. 3:07 to be exact. Bialis, quarterback draw, takes it up the middle. Lovell brings him down. It's another first down for Mendham. He is a good runner, Joe Bialis.
Yeah, he is, and if your good runners are blocked up and the defense has got the door shut on them, you just block everybody to the outside and let your quarterback run the ball up the middle.
A 2-year starter at quarterback. He runs away from Ellis, and then finally Lovell has to bring him down.
Remember, Robert, last year they trailed 20-0 at halftime.
First and 10 in Summit territory at the 46-yard line. Dooling makes it over the middle before Schroeder wraps up his ankles. A gain of 3 on the play. Just to complete last year's story, Mendham took a 21-20 lead with 3:07 to go. Summit made the big drive down the field with 18 seconds to go. 36-yard pass from Schroeder to Allen, and Summit won the sectional title 26-21. Right now, Summit leads 13-0, but Mendham is on the move. They've held the ball now almost 5 minutes in the third quarter.
Well, this is what they wanted to do, keep control of that football to keep the Summit offense off the field.
They started at their own 13. Pitch back to Gadina. Gadina dives across the 40. A gain of 3 on the play. It will set up a third, and let's call it 4 for the Minutemen. Battaglino comes off the field. Vaccaro will bring the play in for Bill Karpluk. Back in 1991, Mendham made it into the semifinals of the state playoffs. They lost to Hanover Park 7-6. And last year, of course, they lost in the final. Gadina now with 31 rushing yards on 11 carries. This is the 10th play of the Mendham drive to start the half. Gadina knocked down in the backfield. Chuck Mullins was there. Carl DeMuth was there. And it will be a big 4th down coming up for the Minutemen.
The set of the offensive backs kind of led the Summit Hilltoppers into this play because there was no other possible play that could be run. And they were there in flock, in pursuit. Nice job by Chuck Mullins getting through there. He's back in the outside linebacker position now.
Mullins just beat his blocker to the ball carrier. And on 4th and 6, Parrish will punt the ball away. 6 minutes and 5 seconds with the football, but apparently Mendham has come up empty. Low snap. Parrish does get it away. It's deflected by DeMuth, fielded by Mullins, and Mullins is tackled by Reischer, and Summit will start at their own 44-yard line.
Great job of rushing on the play.
DeMuth blocked it, and it was fielded out of the air by Mullins. There you see the low snap.
That's what causes it, and the pressure of DeMuth coming up the middle. Parrish does all he can do to get the ball off. DeMuth catches it with his right hand. No, it was Tom Nowacek. It caught it, 65.
Carl DeMuth with the block, 5:36 to go. Summit starts from their own 45-yard line. Fogg. And Dick, what in essence happens to the Summit drive, to the Mendham drive, is they ate up 6 minutes of their own clock. Right. They came up empty. They just virtually just used up half the third quarter, came up empty, and because of the blocked punt, they didn't even get field position out of it.
No.
Summit today scored on their first possession of the half, scored on their last possession of the half. A 5-play drive that Allen took in, and then a 7-play drive that Fogg took in. Their average start in the first half was in Mendham territory at the Mendham 49.
And their one punt was a big weapon because it pinned them all the way in. The Mendham Minutemen back to the 7-yard line.
Field position has been a huge factor in this football game today. And because of the condition of the field and the worsening condition of the field, it is going to be a bigger factor. Fogg running to the right. He's got a first down. He eludes the grasp of Battaglino. He is inside the 25 and pushed out near the 20. Finally, Scott Robertson pushed him out. Here's a look at it.
Great surge by the offensive line. Great block by the fullback. Fogg bounces it to the outside, breaks 2 tackles. Now it becomes the foot race down the sideline. And the Mendham Minutemen don't have too many people that can maintain that pace.
The ball marked at the 19-yard line.
Robertson got there, but it was a large gain before he did.
31-yard pickup on the play for Fogg. Fogg again. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. If Summit can punch this one in, with the worsening field condition and more rain expected, you almost get the feeling that a touchdown here might just end the football game. Something that the Mendham defense must think about. A reminder, they have not allowed a point in the third quarter all season long. Fogg again. He's got first down yardage. He's inside the 5. He dives for the pylon. He's pushed out shy of the goal line, but he will be stopped at the 2. It will be first and goal for the Hilltoppers.
Well, the Hilltoppers here putting their 2 receivers over to one side of the field. What it does is force 3 men to go over there to cover the 2. Gives them a mismatch back on the short side of the field. And we put Fogg to the outside. Oh, he ran outside that pylon from the original play. Looked like I thought he ran inside.
178 rushing yards today for the Hilltoppers. First and goal from the 2. Fouché in front of Fogg. Torrey Fogg hit in the backfield immediately, got back to the line of scrimmage. Mark Erickson with the tackle.
Erickson was in the backfield before Fogg got the football. Watch that takeoff right there. You're going to see the blue shirt pop. There he is right there. Gets in Fogg's way, and he gets an awful lot of help. People coming through in pursuit.
Erickson came in low and hit Fogg while Erickson was on his knees. No gain, second and goal from the 2. 3:25 to go, and in a sense, not scoring works to Summit's advantage because they eat up another 30 seconds of clock time.
Yes, sir.
Fogg dives forward, still going, and the call is he's in. His second touchdown of the day, and it becomes a 19-0 Summit lead. With 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third quarter, and for the first time all season, Mendham has given up points in the third quarter.
Well, that's the first time the Summit Hilltoppers ran the unbalanced line to the right with a power eye, but that time they on the scoring play they ran Fogg back to the short side of the field toward the wide field for touchdown.
Summit is electing to go for 2 to make up for the missed extra point earlier. Torrey Fogg, 123 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and again, Summit is going for the 2-point conversion. They lead 19-0. Schroeder rolling left, looking left, lost the handle on the football, and he's brought down by Mark Erickson. So the conversion attempt is no good, and Summit still leads 19-0.
You say he lost the handle on the football. The ball did a 180 in his hand.
Summit scoring drive, 6 plays, 55 yards following the deflected punt. Fogg scoring from 2 yards out. It is 19-0. And the rain is coming down much heavier
Here's
now.
our touchdown right now. Fogg takes off behind Fouché, and there's a nice block there by Mullins, and he gets the ball into the end zone. The ball breaks the plane, and that's 6. $19-0. Mendham's lowest points scored this year, 13 in the season opener against Parsippany. Since then, they have at least been in the 20s. Well, let's see if Allen can put that ball back in the corner of the end zone again. Give them bad field position.
Wadley and Bialis back to receive. And it will go out of bounds. And you know, when you're a good team and you're a good defensive team, one of the few areas where you don't excel in is kick returns. You just don't get a chance to do that all that often. They may elect to take the ball and not get the re-kick this time. And that's what will happen, as Mendham will choose to get the ball at the 35-yard line. Ray McCran, 5 sectional titles while at Passaic High School. looking to make Summit a back-to-back champion. I formation for the Minutemen. Bialis keeps it, turns it up the middle for a pair of yards. And Dick, I don't have the information readily available, but I'm sure it is a rarity for a team to win back-to-back titles under two different coaches.
I can't think of a situation where it's happened before in my short memory.
And again, I'm sure it has happened, but again, it is a rarity to change coaches and repeat as champions, and Ray McCran is roughly 14 minutes away from accomplishing that. 2nd and 8.
Well, Ellis kept leverage, and Patterson was able to come from the inside and make the stop.
Nowacek with the sack.
There's the waggle fake. Nowacek's there, he gets a hand in.
As does Parascan.
Parascan. But Ellis got out there and made him stop.
3rd and 15. A loss of 7 on the sack. Bialis looking to throw, forced from the pocket, goes up the middle. Nowacek with the ankle pick. A gain of 7 on the play. He got the sack yardage back, but on 4th and 8, Mendham will punt it away with 1.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. And just to answer my own question as you watch the replay, the only example that comes to mind, Randolph under John Bauer Sr. and then John Bauer Jr., that of course due to the death of John Bauer Sr. during the year.
It's not a common occurrence, though.
Especially when, again, you have a full coach for a full year. 4th down, Mendham will punt it away. And it is a fake punt. Godina throws it across the middle, intended for Bialis. Incomplete. Lovell on the coverage. And even Jeff Lovell got up looking for a possible flag, but none is called, and Summit will take over on downs. Well, and you got to give Bill Carpluck credit for this. You got to try something down by 19.
You got to go, and when you got to go.
Godina is throwing it, looking for Bialis.
Plenty of time. That was a good call.
No contact at all.
Good no call.
57 seconds to go in the quarter.
Contact that did occur occurred after the ball was beyond the receiver.
From the Mendham 39, the Hilltoppers take over. Schroeder looking to throw, and he's going down. Snowed under by Dooling.
Schroeder better be careful with that ball fake. Once again, he put the ball on the hip of Fouché, and once again, it almost resulted in a fumble.
A little bump in the backfield. Loss of 9 on the play. And you see that Dooling was the first man there. Neidhart finished off the play. Neidhart replacing the injured Karczewski.
This should be the last play of the half, of the quarter, rather.
15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 19-0. Summit has scored in each quarter. Schroeder on the draw play to Fogg. Big room up the middle. And Fogg is going to get back the sack yardage plus a gain of 12 on the play. And that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. A 3rd quarter that saw Torrey Fogg score his 2nd touchdown of the day, and the Hilltoppers boost their lead to 19-0. We'll be back with the final 12 minutes of the high school football season right after this.
Something, friend? This one is free.
No, I better not.
Tell you what. Guess which hand it's in, and it's yours. What do you say?
I don't know.
But are we friends or what? Come on.
Okay.
Hey, it's your lucky day.
I better not. Look, I have to go.
A friend who offers you drugs is not your friend. Don't fall in the trap. Don't do drugs.
Welcome back to Mendham, everybody. Freezing rain, lots of cold. Temperatures have dipped, but Summit's hope for capturing its second consecutive North Jersey Section 2, Group 2. They're well on their way. 19-0 is the score. One of the keys to Summit's last touchdown, a run by Torrey Fogg, is a stellar play of their right side of their offensive line. Murray and Jarrett Pariscan, great job of sealing their guys at the point of their attack. Assistant coach Phil Krug and Ray McCran urged them during that drive to get some penetration and make the surge, and therefore Torrey Fogg on that drive took it in. Summit doing a nice job on the right side of their offensive line this second half. Paul and Dick, we'll take it back to you.
Thank you very much, James. Not much you can do down there with the weather we're having right now in Mendham. Back in 1988, 6 seasons ago, Summit defeated Dover in one of the most exciting games we had a chance to televise in overtime for the Section 2 Group 2 title. And right now they are on the verge of capturing back-to-back championships. Out of the shotgun from 3rd and 8. Schroeder looking to throw. He'll air it out long. Bialis is there, and it's off his fingertips. Bialis looking for a possible interception. Through 3 quarters of play, this is the way it now looks statistically. Rushing yardage, Summit 191, Mendham 108. Total yardage on the day, 221 for the Hilltoppers, 126 for the Minutemen. It was a penalty-free 3rd quarter. And interestingly enough, on this bad day, we have not yet had a turnover.
I was going to say, the bottom line was interesting.
And happy to see that in a day that a championship will be decided. Schroeder to punt it away, only his 2nd punt attempt of the day. First one came back in the 1st quarter. Pressure is on, he gets it away, and there's a penalty flag for roughing the kicker. Schroeder just got the kick away. Neidhart, the man who is being called for the penalty, and he just missed getting a piece of the ball, which of course would have freed him up.
You know, it looked almost like Steve didn't even care. You know, as long as he got the first down out of this play. It was a good whack. I'll tell you what, the guy got his licks in.
And how he missed getting the ball, obviously right through his hands, and unfortunately he just couldn't stop himself on the footing today. So Summit will get yardage, but more importantly, they will keep the football. While we have a moment, I'd like to thank our hosts here at Mendham High School, Jim Baglin, the athletic director, for all the cooperation that he and his staff gave us today. Of course, we're visitors here to Mendham. Not often, this is our first time ever televising from here, so we do thank Jim Baglin. And I should also mention the principal, Mrs. Angela DiMartino, a former teacher at my alma mater, Bloomfield High School. Always got to mention Bloomfield every broadcast. But again, we do thank Mendham for being very gracious hosts for us today. Beautiful facility, beautiful school here at Mendham. And they've had a great deal of success in many different sports through the years. And as always, we have to thank Howie Anderson and the crew over at Summit for their cooperation in our broadcast also. 4-yard pickup on the play. Let's make it 2nd and 6 for the Hilltoppers, as they only need to wait another 11 minutes before they capture the state championship. Fumble on the snap, ball still on the turf, and Fogg got it back for the Hilltoppers.
Well, he came in like a shot out of a cannon to get to that football.
But that was the longest a football sat on the field with nobody going for it. Schroeder had trouble finding it after the snap.
There's Foggy standing there. He sees it, and there he goes. He's in it after it, and takes it and pulls it out.
Alfie Critelli was blocking his man who saw the football on the field. The defenseman was trying to get to it, but Critelli kept throwing his blocks, assuming that the running play was still going on. So it will be 3rd and 6. The ball at the 18-yard line. The give to Allen. Allen on the end around. Inside the 10. He's inside the 5, and he's pushed out near the 2. Bialis forced him out. But it will be 1st and goal for the Hilltoppers.
Well, with a load of blockers out in front here.
Yeah, he's got Schroeder in front of him.
Two,
DeMuth is there.
Three.
Critelli.
He just does a nice job of following them. There, he got it all walled off, and Jamie doesn't fool around. He doesn't try to be the hero on the play. Nice block by Schroeder right there. He just takes it up and follows, gets as much as he can out of the play.
Actually, it was Reisher who knocked him out at the 1-yard line, so it will be 1st and goal from the 1.
Todd Reisher, the outstanding linebacker for Mendham, shaken up on the play.
Allen today, 4 carries, 72 yards, 1 touchdown. Remember that we converted the play in the first quarter from a pass to a run. For Allen, his 15th touchdown of the year. Last week, Allen broke receiving records for catches and yardage that had been set by Tim Odell back in 1976. So this year he broke all kinds of receiving records, and last year he tied the school record for touchdown passes. So he is certainly a double threat for the Summit Hilltoppers.
9:51 left to go.
6 juniors on this Summit team, so many of these players will be back next year.
To the right side.
1st and goal.
Power back. Handoff Fogg.
Fogg fights his way forward, waiting for a call, and there it is. For his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day, Torrey Fogg goes in. That is touchdown number 30 this season.
Now once again at the goal line, they go unbalanced to the right and run Torrey Fogg back behind Fouché to the fullback position, off tackle to the short side of the formation, and he just creases that goal line.
180 points scored this year for Torrey Fogg. Lovell will attempt the extra point with the score 25-0, and the victory all but assured. And Lovell's kick is good. There is a penalty on the play. Summit scoring drive, 7 plays, 39 yards. Roughing the kicker is the penalty. Fogg scoring from 1 yard out makes it a 26-0 score. There is Howie Anderson. Coached this Summit team for well over 20 years. He is still the athletic director at the school, and you can see his enthusiasm when he's out there on the sidelines in the rain. But he is out there to cheer on the young men representing Summit High School. The penalty, of course, is declined. The kick will count. 26-0 the score. Summit has now scored on their last 3 possessions dating back to the first half. They scored on a Fogg 2-yard run with 1:31 left in the half. They scored in the 3rd quarter on the Fogg 2-yard run, and then scoring here with 9:47 left in the football game on a Fogg 1-yard run. 26-0.
It's getting darker and darker between the hash marks, Paul.
45 and the Mendham 38. Whereas Mendham's drive, they start from their own 13 and their own 35.
And wisely so, Summit did most of their damage outside the hash marks.
A high
end over end kick by Allen. Bialis fields it at the 6. He's across the 20 and is forced down as he gets near the 22-yard line. So Mendham will start from there, and again, Summit defensively has kept Mendham pinned back on almost every possession they have started with today.
They've gotten 2 drives going. The first one of the first half, first one of the second half, and after that, defense has gotten the feel of the tempo of the game for Summit and been able to shut them down.
Mendham's best starting field position was the 35, and that was due to the kick that went out of bounds. Other than that, the Summit coverage team and the Summit defense has been the big story in this football game. From the 21, Bialis rolling right. And a good pickup by Bialis. Looks to go for 11 yards and a first down. But as my companion Dick Zimmer mentioned earlier, The wing T is a run-oriented offense, and when you're down by 26 with only 9 minutes and 4 seconds to go, the run is not going to get you back into the football game. Bialis today, 10 carries, 58 yards, and a first down. Bialis running left. Pumps once. Big hit.
Boy, he got
loses
nailed.
his helmet on the hit by Jeff Lovell. That may now be the hit of the year.
He got nailed.
Jeff Lovell, the junior, came up from his right outside linebacker position and hit Bialis so hard, he separated him from his helmet. Here's a look at it on the replay.
A nice job by Critelli forcing this play to the outside. To Lovell, outside linebacker. Here he comes, Jeff, up the side. Kaboom! Unloads with the shoulder into the shoulder pad, and the shoulder pad of Bialis comes up and knocks his helmet loose.
And they are speaking with Joe Bialis right now. And that was some hit he took. He actually gained 2 yards on the play. His helmet lost 4 yards,
yes,
so it's a net -2. 8:15 left in the football game, 26-0, Summit.
But it kept the clock running too, because it kept them inbounds.
I'll tell you, somebody got clocked.
Yes.
That was a hit. Godina fights his way forward. He's across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Well, the front 8 now of the Summit Hilltoppers is really doing a nice job defensively. They've gotten the tempo of the game down. They've gotten the feel of the speed of the defensive backs. They got the feel of the linemen coming off the ball, and they've had this game under control now.
Moving from our right to left. The Carroll flanks wide to the right side. In the slot to the right is Parrish. Moved off right, Godina. Bialis to throw.
Bialis rolling from the pocket, forced from the pocket and dragged down. McDermott was in, Nowacek was in.
There's a case where Nowacek just would not release to the inside. He just fought to the outside, and Bialis ran right out to him. Dueling is trying to keep the pressure of the block on, and his help from inside from Kevin McDermott.
For Nowacek, his second sack today, his 6th of the season. The 6'2" senior makes it 4th and long for Mendham. Mendham, by the way, has not lost a game on this field since November 23rd of 1991. A 28-0 loss to West Morris. That streak will end today. Allen takes it at the 47, dances to the far side, stuck in the middle of the field, still on his feet. He's got a wall of blockers. Parrish has a shot at him, and Parrish drags him down at the 35. But what a run by Jamie Allen to stay on his feet and to make something out of absolutely nothing in the middle of the field. 6:16 left in the football game.
Once again, it's one of the Summit backs breaking several tackles and finding daylight.
And they will start at the Mendham 36. Allen and Stewart split to the left, but Summit will keep the ball on the ground now. They want that clock to keep moving. Nothing on the play. Erickson with the tackle. A gain of 1, let's call it. 2nd and 9 for the Hilltoppers. At worst, if they don't make a first down, they will give Mendham the ball back with about 4 minutes left in the football game. And Steve Schroeder is making sure of that. He knows when the ball was made ready for play. He's going to use up as much of that 25 seconds as he can. Fumble on the snap. The ball still popping free.
And it pops out again and spins around.
And some extra hitting going on between Gadina and Fouché. And Gadina is still going after him, and now they should get him out of the play. Fouché has backed up. He's under control. Gadina is not.
Fouché was under control from the beginning. But we don't know whether there was some trash talk going on or not. Once again, you don't want to get thrown out of a football game at this point in time.
Penalties were called, and now you'll see on the replay there the ball popping free. There's Fouché. He's going to dive in for the football along with Gadina. Now we know what started.
Now we know what started the show. Place kicking practice.
So Fouché certainly guilty of starting the altercation between himself and Gadina with 5 minutes and 2 seconds to go.
There's no flag at that point, though, so nobody saw that part of it. As we were saying last week, it's the guy who retaliates who always gets caught.
And also what happens is the officials now will throw a flag on both sides and negate anything, so both sides know that, hey, if a fight starts, I might as well do something because nobody gets penalized. And again, it's tough for the men in the black and white to point the finger, but eventually you have to, or else you're going to get more of what's going on right now, a long discussion with both benches, with 5 minutes and 2 seconds to go.
Now, it looks like we have a token 2 players from each team out of the ball game, or what?
Based on the reaction of some of the players, it looks like some of these guys are kind of upset, like they didn't done for the day. Still waiting for the referees to sort this out.
Now, right now, Fouché is headed to the sideline.
Nobody looks real happy with this. The coaches both of them are kind of upset, and the upset too, so we'll wait and see.
The officials are speaking with Ray McCran. We have a delay right now with 5 minutes and 2 seconds left in the football game. Summit leading 26-0. Summit winning back-to-back state championships. There's Bill Carpluck out on the field. He is now going to be told by the officials the net result on his side.
The players that went off on the far side for Summit were Jared Pariscan, defensive left tackle, and Carl DeMuth, inside left linebacker.
And it is likely that players have been removed from the football game.
But Gadina is still out there.
Well, that's because right now they're talking to Bill Carpluck.
Looks like Dave Manzarino has also come out as well.
I'm not sure he's been thrown out of the game, but he has come off the field, and he came off the field long.
And now they are asking for Gadina to come to the sideline, so apparently he has been thrown from the football game, as has been, I believe, Fouché, and I know Pariscan also left the field.
Well, I don't understand it, but
yeah, we've got 2 clean white shirts there, and I can't see who the second one is. Who might be replacing?
Now Gadina is going back to his huddle now.
And Summit will have the football, so with the loss back to the 45.
And again, we can't confirm that anyone's been thrown out. It could be that warnings have been given, and it is possible that the Summit coaches decided to remove those 2 players.
Coach's discretion.
And as is the case, we really won't ever know. 5:02 left in the football game.
Here we go.
Personal foul Summit, personal foul Mendham.
Summit out in front, 26-0. And let's get this baby rolling.
Well, the referee signaled that players have been ejected, but we're not getting any official word. Still bring back up on each team.
The 2 that are missing.
Well, it's 3rd down and 19.
The left defensive
Well, Parascan is off, and he has his helmet off.
Number 2 is out of the game for Mendham, John Battaglino, and we believe Dave Manzolina. And now Mendham is really fired up.
Battaglino is off the field. There's Parascan. Battaglino is off the field for Mendham, although he still has his equipment on. So, again, it's hard to really tell how this one will sort out. It is 3rd and long for the Hilltoppers. They give to Fogg. Fogg forced to the sideline.
That's the 44-yard line. Coming up to make the hit is Todd Brasher. Gained about a yard on the play, and that's all.
And went out of bounds, and that stopped the clock.
The ball marked at the 45-yard line. Summit needs to get to the 26 to maintain possession, but Schroeder is on to punt. There you see the clock nearing the 4-minute mark. Rain steadily falling, as it has been since early in this football game. 3 men are back to receive for Mendham.
Snap comes back. Schroeder gets the punt away.
Schroeder gets the kick away quickly. Bialis fields it at the 12. And Bialis is knocked off his feet as he crosses the 20-yard line.
3:44 left to go. We'll be back.
3 minutes, 43 seconds left in the football game. Summit 26, Mendham nothing. Mendham, on average, starting at their own 20-yard line, and that told a big story in this football game, but truth be told, it is the Summit defensive line that has won this game for the Hilltoppers, and then, of course, many of the same players doubling on the offensive line. But they have almost completely shut down Joe Godina, who had and still does have an outstanding senior season with over 1,000 yards, but Godina just never got started today. And any time that Joe Bialis tried to pass, or at least roll out, for the most part, his receivers were covered. He was forced from the pocket, so no air attack got started for Mendham. So the Summit defensive line will all get the stars on the helmets today, because they certainly have been a huge part in this Summit victory.
Vaccaro on the right, Dueling on the left.
Dueling up the middle, and Dueling will take it to the 40-yard line.
This is one of 2 running plays, or 3 running plays that have been successful. This, a quick toss to the outside, and the quarterback bootleg or rollout. Other than that, Mendham hasn't gotten much going.
Second down, a little more than a yard to go for the Minutemen.
Split back formation, Vaccaro on the right. Dueling on the left, 2nd and 1 from the 41.
Fake to Dueling. Bialis looking for Parrish, incomplete. Fogg and Allen were there on double coverage.
Allen defending on the play, slightly overthrown out in front of the 3rd and 1.
2 minutes, 8 seconds left in the high school football season. We hope you enjoyed our broadcasts this year. Seems like a long time ago when we did Union Irvington for the season opener. Pitch back to Godina. Still on his feet. He's across the 45, and he'll give Mendham another first down.
Under 2 minutes. There's that toss sweep. Nice block, kick-out block by Dueling. Somehow Godina finds his way through that slot of people.
37 rushing yards today for Joe Godina. That was his longest carry of the day. Godina coming to the near sideline. And he's into Summit territory at the 49-yard line. 1 minute, 24 seconds remaining.
The Hilltoppers right now just trying to put the icing on the cake. They'd like to see that goose egg remain up there.
Wide left
Dueling in front of Gadina. Bialis, quarterback draw. Inside the 45, knocked off his feet from behind.
Under a minute, we're down to 50.
Kashim Wilburn knocked him down. 45 seconds, and the clock continues to move.
That bottom line has stayed the same on the turnover game. Other than the quarterback snaps and exchanges, that's where we haven't had any turnovers.
Gadina dives forward, he's out of bounds. Once this game is done, we will take a short break, and then we will just wrap this thing up quickly from up here in the booth. As I mentioned earlier, Ray McCran and some players will join me Monday night for Time In. So, in essence, that will be our post-game show on Monday night. Chance to get out of the rain a little quicker today for the crew. So for the second straight year, the Mendham perfect season is denied by the Summit Hilltoppers. Pitch to Gadina. And Gadina again forced out of bounds with 20 seconds remaining. And the officials have now done a very good job of getting the clock started quickly. They're making this last 4 minutes go quickly, and after the incident at the 5-minute mark, they deserve some credit for some very good thinking on their part. Gadina once again cuts it back up the middle, stopped near the 10 with 13 seconds to go, and Mendham is going to call a timeout.
Kind of stuff that they could have done if they never had the football earlier in the football game. But
yeah, a couple big factors. We mentioned the Summit defensive line, the secondary with good play, but really it was Summit and their possession of the football.
Yeah.
No turnovers, of course, for either team, but the key was that Summit, when they had the ball, they went on some long drives. They killed the clock a lot. Even the one time they didn't score, it was a long drive, and they ate up a lot of time.
Yeah, and they ended up always on the other side of the 50-yard line when they did give up the football.
3 shutouts this season pitched by the Hilltoppers: Plainfield, Westfield, and Rahway. And they're looking to add number 4. It will be first and goal for the Minutemen with 11 seconds to go. Mendham will obviously score their lowest point output of the year. We mentioned earlier that it was 13 against Parsippany in their season opening shutout victory. It will be Gadina again up the middle at the 5, upended at the 2, and Mendham is going to call another timeout with 6 seconds to go.
Second and goal from the 2.
Right now, get the engine started on that bus.
Well, the buses have already pulled up for Summit as they get ready to head back to Union County. So with the win, Union County will not be shut out of a state championship this year. Summit will capture the only one. And Somerset and Hudson counties will end with 3 championships each. Morris County will fall short with just 2. 6 seconds remaining in this one. There is Torrey Fogg and Jamie Allen. The 2 have combined for the 4 touchdowns today. Allen with the first score and Fogg with the next 3. This should just about do it, barring an incomplete pass or a run out of bounds. Gadina, not a surprise. They're trying to push him in, and he's in. Joe Gadina scores, but time has expired. And I don't think we're even going to attempt to kick the extra point on this one, as the Summit Hilltoppers have completed back-to-back state championship seasons with today's 26-6 victory over the Mendham Minutemen. And for the second year in a row, a great Mendham season ends with a slight bit of disappointment because they couldn't put the final win up on the board. We're going to take a short break right now, and once again, we'll be back to wrap things up quickly for our post-game show right after this. The final score of the Section 2 Group 2 championship game, Summit 26, Mendham 6. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Andrea. On behalf of Maria, Rhonda, and Jean at the Woodbridge Payment Center, we'd like to wish all our customers a happy holiday.
'Tis the season for giving, caring, and sharing.
Happy holidays from the Installation Scheduling Department.
Hello from Suburban Service Adjusters. We sincerely wish you a happy holiday.
Happy holidays!
Hi, as part of Field Engineering of Suburban Cablevision, we're always doing our very best to serve you better. So from all of us to all of you,
happy holidays!
Hey, look.
All right.
We didn't realize you were here, but since you are, we'd like to take this time out to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a happy, prosperous New Year. Bye-bye.
Welcome back, everyone. With the rain falling here in Morris County, we remind you that the final score, and we should adjust this while we were away, it was decided that Mendham would go for the two-point conversion, and they did it without Summit even trying to stop it, which I give Ray McCran credit for a wise decision there based on what happened in the 5-minute mark of the game. So a good decision by the Summit coach at that point. Made the final score 26-8. And again, Ray will be my guest on Monday night on our Time In show, and he will be bringing a couple players with him. So with that in mind and with the rain falling, that will be our post-game show. So now I send it down to James Wilkes for some final comments from down on the field. James, thanks, by the way, for all your help. You are wet.
Well, guys, on this rain-soaked field here in Mendham, Coach Ray McCran of the Summit Hilltoppers talked about the need for his team to dominate at the line of scrimmage, and in the trenches they did just that. I thought Carl DeMuth, Jarrett Parascand, and Jeff Lovell up from his secondary position played a whale of a game, opening up some holes for Torrey Fogg, more importantly, in between the tackles. And in the special teams, Jamie Allen was fantastic. Steve Schroeder, although he did not complete a lot of passes necessarily, played an error-free football game. I thought that was the key today. Mendham wasn't able to get anything going offensively. Their running game was shut down. Alfie Curtelli, another guy, played a brilliant game on the offensive line and the defensive line. I thought that was a big key today. And, of course, Summit caps a marvelous run, winning their 10th consecutive game in impressive fashion over a very good Mendham Minutemen team who easily disposed of Caldwell and West Essex. Paul and Dick, congratulations go out to Ray McCran's team. They executed and they played an error-free ball game.
James, thank you very much, and thanks for staying down on the field today. It was a good job in a tough situation for our James Wilkes. Dick Zimmer, some final comments from you on this great win for Summit, second consecutive state championship.
Well, I think speed in any form, in any football game, is going to be the telling factor. And there was just too much speed on the part of the Summit Hilltoppers, whether it be Allen or Fogg. Either one of them is a game breaker anytime they touch the football. The offensive and defensive lines of the Summit Hilltoppers dominated the line of scrimmage, and they just knocked the second half in particular. They just knocked them.
It's from Ray. We'll wrap that up in obviously a better situation with the rain falling. So for Dick Zimmer, I'm Paul Spahala. We thank you for watching us. This not only becomes the final game of the high school football season in New Jersey, and of course on TV3, but this will be the final high school football game ever televised by the entity known as Suburban Cablevision. In case you have not been aware, Suburban was recently purchased by Comcast Cablevision. What changes, if any, that will mean to our future of local programming, I honestly do not know at this point. We could certainly be back doing what we want to do, or things could change. I have no idea of knowing that right now, and in truth, we may not know that for several months. Whatever the future may hold for TV3, we hope you have enjoyed not only this broadcast, but all the broadcasts we have done through the year. Again, sometime in early January, and it might even be before our first broadcast of the winter, Suburban Cablevision will no longer exist, and we hope that in some way we are able to provide you with the same quality local programming, especially of the high school sporting scene, that you have become accustomed to through the years. And for the small part that I have played in that, I hope you have enjoyed our broadcast throughout the years. So, for the last time for a high school football game, for Suburban Cablevision, I once again thank you all for watching. I'm Paul Spahala. The final score of the Section 2 Group 2 State Championship, Summit 26, Mendham 8. Congratulations to Ray McCran and the Summit Hilltoppers on winning back-to-back state championships. Good night, everyone. Try to stay dry.